Man thing.
You ever see that old Disney movie, Up and Away? Where, like,
oh yeah, that.
I just watched it the other day, and like where the kid like pretends he has superpowers.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Does.
I know what you're talking about. And he like loosen all the hooks or whatever off the door and yank the door off. He's like, yeah, I got super strength. But then
I remember thinking that movie was so cool, and I watched it like a month ago. I'm like, this movie sucks.
Yeah, when you a kid, and it's all good.
Yeah.
But as you grow up, you can tell that they pretty much targeted kids for that. Man Thing beat Hulk. I just seen Man Thing. He looked like Swamp Man or whatever.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah, that's what he kind of looks like. I just typed it up in Google image. And he's like a little green, like he like Spanish Man or something. He got little tentacles and red eyes. So I don't know. He got like the Dr. Zoidberg mouth, but longer, and then he's green. So I don't know. I didn't even know they made a movie in that. It's probably better left forgotten. So let me see. That's pretty much it. I don't see nothing else in the chat. So I don't know if y'all guys want to keep going, because I'm good. I ain't got shit to do.
Yeah, yeah. My friend's just sitting behind me all bored. Yeah. I told him we could spend the night. He's just sitting there listening to me talk about stuff.
I thought we were going to be doing stuff. You sitting here talking to your cool new friends.
I was just sitting there talking about like 80-year-old comic books. He's just standing.
He just sitting there lost. Oh man, because this was pretty fun. I'm happy it turned out better than I thought it was going to be, because I was just planning on doing this because I really wanted to talk to some other people about comics. Because like I said earlier, none of my friends enjoy comics because they all douches, and they're just like, they excuses be so stupid. I can't read it, it's not moving, or I'm not interested in that, blah blah blah. And exactly, like all them like moaning. I just want to punch them in the kidney.
I still love how my friend Timmy reacted. Comics are for kids.
I'm like, man,
God.
He's like ordering a 5. I'm like, wow.
Like people always generalize things so much.
Yeah, they're like, wow, Timmy, do you want to try? No, I'm not 6. I'm afraid to let Logan touch any of my comic books.
Calendar man, lamest villain ever. I guess Toxin is gonna head out, so I'll see you later, man.
Alright, see you, man. Thanks for all the good topics.
Exactly, he gave so many topics. And we just wouldn't shut up. Like, you give me any random thing to talk about, and I'll just keep talking. Like, I'm not really a social guy when I'm just talking to people. But if you get me started, man, I'm like fucking Robin Williams, and I'm just going.
Oh, you do the Robin Williams list. Goldfish swimming.
No, I don't do all that. But,
people wanted him to play as Hugo Strange. The new Batman.
I seen his beard.
Bruce Wayne, secret identity. That's why that came.
I don't know how that will work out, but I did see his like crazy mountain man beard from that Zelda commercial.
Oh my god!
And I guess he just grew like this. He just looked insane. He just got a long white beard. I was like, dude. If I watched that movie, all I could think of was, why is Patch Adams playing the villain? Exactly. Who's the worst superhero? All these topics. I don't know who the worst superhero is. Like I said before, it's kind of hard to tell because any character can be good if it has a good writer. Like there's time when I thought Superman was the worst character ever because I read a couple of bad Superman stories. But he's redeemed when you read other stuff like All-Star Superman, Kingdom Come, and things like that. So it's not really who's the worst superhero. It's just what superhero you don't like because he's written poorly. Like that's the only thing.
Superhero I don't like because he's written poorly. Probably would have to go to what's his face? I can't remember. It's bad when you can't remember the name. You know what I really don't like, and I know that I don't know if this really answers the question. I don't like Damian Wayne.
Damian Wayne.
And I don't like Jason Todd. You know what? Kick back to Damian Wayne. I really hated Jason Todd. Everyone hated him. There was a poll to get him killed?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Your character's bad when everyone wants him to die.
Exactly. I don't know much about Jason Todd. I didn't even know there was a Jason Todd until I started reading comic books, and it was like, yeah, it was another joke. Like it was another Robin, and I was like, what? I thought it was only like the first one, second one, and that was it. You had the Dick Grayson, and you had the Tim Drake, and I thought that was it. But then they were like, yeah, Jason Todd was there, but he got beat to death with a crowbar, and I was like, god damn.
The best thing, I just got done reading Death in the Family, which is right after.
Yeah, I read it.
It was when Batman walks through the room and Robin broke the dude's arm.
Yeah.
Batman's like, what the devil?
Exactly.
Dude, just imagine Batman saying that, like, what the devil?
It was like, they write so many weird things about it.
Just what does Batman talk like this?
The devil.
I like how he went all hillbilly. Oh man. But let me see. Worst character. I have to say Colossus, Ultimate Colossus, because he was written poorly.
I thought you were gonna say regular Colossus. I love Colossus.
I love Colossus. He's one of my favorite characters. Ultimate Colossus. My problem with him is he started off good at first. I think I uploaded a bunch of Ultimate X-Men. I didn't upload all of it. But Ultimate Colossus was cool because at first he was like, I'm Russian and I was in a mob or whatever, and I'm all this hard ass, so I don't like nobody fucking with my family because blah 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 blah. And he didn't like he kept having arguments with Charles Xavier and stuff like that because your ideas conflict with mine. I do stuff with force, not by peace, and blah 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 blah. So I was like, that was pretty interesting. Then later in the comic books they made him gay. And then,
literally?
Yes, literally. Like, he was a homosexual. He liked the man booty. And I was like, okay, so why? And then, because they kept hinting through the entire comic book. It was like, oh, look at him, all buff and stuff. He must like the dick. And I was like, what? Why y'all?
Whoa, what?
Because they didn't say that. If you don't know nothing about me, I like to over exaggerate. But the thing is, they kept hinting. They was like, oh, look at him. He's looking at Angel. He must like him and stuff like that. And blah. Then all of a sudden, around issue 60, which is where Ultimate X-Men kind of went downhill and kind of discouraged me from uploading it, was like they made him gay. They killed Beast for the 17th time.
Oh my god.
Beast has died so many times.
He died 4 times. I'm like, okay. Alright, I'm sorry if that's spoiled for anyone. Just don't read Ultimate X-Men.
Yeah.
The beginning is good.
Yes. It started off so good. Just like Ultimate Fantastic Four. That's why I kind of understand why they did Ultimatum. Because it kind of was getting stagnant. It just kept getting progressively worse. And it's just getting bad. So, I was saying, the reason I hate Ultimate Colossus, they made him gay. And they changed his entire personality. And he was, in love with Nightcrawler. But Nightcrawler's all weirded out because he's a Jesus freak and he don't like homosexuals, so they stopped being friends. And I was like, what is going on? And
that is terrible.
And then he was like, you all blue. And I was like, what? Colossus wouldn't say that.
Oh my god.
He went from being tough Russian guy to just being so frilly and dainty and stuff. And then he started becoming friends with all the girls, and they were having a little girls' night out.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I can't believe y'all did this to one of my favorite X-Men.
It's sad. I just got done reading Colossus Origin. There was a little trade that they had at my library of a bunch of Origins.
Yeah.
So I read Colossus, and it was just so awesome. He really before he knew he had his power, he tried to save his sister. I jumped in front of a moving tractor.
Mm-hmm.
There's it had a little
those little
cutting things. Yeah. So he jumps in front of it, and that's how he finds out he has his power and all that. And he's just such a cool character.
Yes.
And from what you told me, that's just...
They ruined Colossus. Probably the worst thing ever. That's why I was kind of freaking out, because I was like, are they going to make Miles also homosexual, and will they go the same route? That's the only thing they focus on is him being gay. And I was like, that's going to ruin the character, because that shouldn't be the main focus of a character. A character should just be a good character, not, he's gay, look at him, do gay stuff. I'm like, no.
It just seems, I hate to, it's a touchy subject.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta say, just, personally, I don't have a problem with anyone being gay.
Nah.
With comics, I don't know, it's just gonna be hard, alright, when Peter, in Ultimate Spider-Man, he's Like, that I don't even know how to explain it. It's just weird. It'd be harder to relate to.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess it'd be easier to relate to for people that aren't him.
Yeah, I was like, a lot of people were angry with Colossus because the fact that they just focused on him being homosexual. They didn't focus on him as a character anymore. He didn't have interesting stories anymore. He didn't have an opinion. He was just a gay guy. Exactly. Oh, they're like, that's me. But yeah, they just focus on that, and it's been a couple of comic books from at least what I've heard that has done it well. Where the character was gay, and it was some comic book where it's like the two main heroes that were kind of like the Batman and Superman of the comic book, and they were in a relationship. But that wasn't the focus. They were just in a relationship, but they own, they had characters, they had reasons for fighting. They were just characters like everybody else. They didn't focus on that. And I'm just like, why do they do that? It's like, oh, it's new and edgy. We're going to change him completely. And then, they just ruin the character and just fuck up everything. They're like, you know what? Let's retcon everything and erase it because we made a mistake. And I was like, I didn't see the reason for doing that because I think Colossus was a strong enough character on his own. Even if he was too similar to the regular Colossus, he was a good character, and that's why a lot of people liked him, and they just fucked it up.
Well, Ultimate Peter Parker was pretty much just like regular Peter Parker, only a teenager.
Just him in his teenage years. And I like that. It wasn't really that big of a problem with me. The major changes from Ultimate Universe was just like the villains and how things happen. Like Gwen still was alive for a long time rather than killing her off instantly and stuff like that. So I liked all those changes. I think those were good changes. But
I think Death of Gwen Stacy and Amazing is probably one of my favorite stories.
Yeah, a lot of people always go back to that. And they were like, everybody was angry, or everybody was like, oh, that was so touching, or stuff like that.
The reason why is because back then it was like their love interest never died. Like it was just they get kidnapped, superhero saves them, and like you're reading it and she gets thrown off the bridge, and they don't reveal the name of the book until the last page. He throws her off a bridge and he grabs her with the weapon, like pulls her back up, and she doesn't know he's Spider-Man, so he's like, I got you, kid, and I saved you, and he's like, alright, just wake up. Sitting there dead. He's like, wake up!
Yeah,
and then he just starts crying. He's like, why are you waking up?
Exactly, because when he whiplashed or whatever, she broke her neck.
Yeah, it's just so sad. Yeah. And then the whole time Green Goblin's just floating like, she's dead. You didn't save her, douche.
Exactly. And then it made it seem like he killed him, so that's what was really bad about it. And back then, that was kind of like the first major, like really, really major death that everybody felt. And they didn't really know about the whole, we bring back superheroes all the time. Now, that was before that. So everybody was like, that was like the perfect superhero or comic death. And that if they ever bring back Gwen Stacy, everybody would be angry. And then I heard they brought back Gwen Stacy a while ago.
Oh, yeah, they cloned her.
They cloned her, and everybody was angry. They're like, that's the one, like, they said Uncle Ben and Gwen Stacy should never come back. Because those two deaths had such a profound effect on Spider-Man that they need to stay dead. And I was like, cool.
If they brought Uncle Ben back in any book, like, I would never read it. I have to say. The reason I loved Ultimate Spider-Man, because you actually got to know Uncle Ben.
Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man, right? You said Ultimate or Amazing?
Ultimate.
Yeah, because you had like a couple of issues, the first 6, where he was still alive, and you kind of get to see him. Teaching Peter stuff, talking to him, and dealing with all these things, and pretty much being like his father for a little bit before he died.
I hated, the one thing I hated about when Ultimate Spider-Man started was how angsty they made Peter for, like, no reason. Like, his uncle would be like, oh, do you have some homework to do? God, you don't even know me, bye, and just runs out of the house.
Yeah, like, he's a teenager, he gotta be all moody and shit.
I mean, I'm a teenager right now. I'll walk home. So, you're a little late